Did you know? Tyrannosaurus rex doesn't actually roar like they do in the movies. The sound it makes is more like the cooing of a pigeon. For such a ferocious animal, its call is surprisingly gentle. It is quite a stark contrast when you think about it. In fossilized Tyrannosaurus rex droppings, scientists have discovered bones of other tyrannosaurs. This indicates that they would even resort to cannibalism when hungry. Their bite force was approximately 6 tons. In 2019, paleontologists used this data to simulate biting a car door. The steel plate was deformed in just 3 seconds. Tyrannosaurus rex was actually quite intelligent. Scientists scanned its skull and found that its brain was larger than that of other dinosaurs. The olfactory region, in particular, occupied 1/3 of the brain. They said they could smell blood from 10 kilometers away. Its eyes were forward-facing. Just like us humans, it could accurately judge distances. So if it sets its sights on you, it can see your every move with perfect clarity. Though those little arms are short, a single arm could lift 200 kilograms. They were primarily used to pin down prey while the dinosaur bit into them. What is even more ruthless is that there are many small grooves on its teeth, which were teeming with bacteria. Even if you managed to escape after being bitten, the wound would become infected and rot within days. In the end, it was a certain death sentence. In January of this year, a new study emerged that was even more astounding. Scientists used new technology to re-examine 17 Tyrannosaurus rex fossils and discovered that they could live to be 45 to 50 years old, not the 20s or 30s as previously believed. They also found a Tyrannosaurus rex nearly 40 years old, whose bones were still growing. If it hadn't died and had lived for a few more years, just how large would its body have become? No one knows the answer. Furthermore, the data from the Big Bertha fossil is truly spine-killing. Its femur circumference reached 598 millimeters. With an estimated body length of around 12.5 meters, its weight was as high as 11 to 12 tons, equivalent to 2 adult African elephants. But this was not the limit. Computer model calculations from 2024 show that the true Tyrannosaurus rex giants could have reached a weight of 15 tons and a body length exceeding 15 meters. Tyrannosaurus rex was not this powerful from the start. Its ancestors actually lived very humble lives, even having to hide to avoid being hunted by other dinosaurs. About 170 million years ago, in what is now the Xinjiang region of China, lived a small, carnivorous dinosaur called guanlu. It was only 3 meters long. That was the earliest ancestor of Tyrannosaurus rex. But everything changed 90 million years ago. The global climate warmed drastically. The ancestors of Tyrannosaurus rex migrated north from Asia, crossing a land bridge to reach the North American continent. Facing powerful enemies, they relied on their exceptionally developed inner ear structures to survive. Their hearing was so sensitive that they could capture faint sounds from hundreds of meters away. They could perceive danger in advance and flee quickly. The real turning point occurred 80 million years ago. In extreme environments, the head of the Tyrannosaurus rex suddenly tripled in width. This meant its stereoscopic vision improved instantly. Combined with its super sense of smell and hearing, Tyrannosaurus rex finally transformed from the hunted into the apex predator. Their body size also began to grow explosively, soaring from 3 meters to over 12 meters. What's even more terrifying is that Tyrannosaurus rex's growth strategy was incredibly smart. They grew rapidly when the environment was good, and paused growth when conditions were poor. A 10-year-old Tyrannosaurus rex weighed about 1 ton. After age 20, its weight soared to over 4 tons. By its 30s, it was already an 8-ton super predator. This strategy allowed Tyrannosaurus rex, at different life stages, to remain at the top of the food chain. Once Tyrannosaurus rex finally stood at the pinnacle of the food chain, they displayed a chilling side: cannibalism. Paleontologists discovered that the bones of one Tyrannosaurus rex were covered with the bite marks of another. The winner not only gained territory, but would also treat the loser as a grand feast. Scientists also discovered that at certain sites, multiple Tyrannosaurus rex individuals were buried together. This combination looks more like a family pack. If Tyrannosaurus rex really hunted in groups, it would be unimaginable. A dinosaur version of a legion of death, working in cooperation, flanking from both front and back. No matter how fast you ran, you could not escape the encirclement. Tyrannosaurus rex's way of eating was also extremely brutal. It specialized in crushing bones to suck out the marrow. Fossilized Tyrannosaurus rex droppings found by archaeologists are up to 70 centimeters long. Inside are undigested bone fragments. There are Triceratops skulls, corroded by stomach acid into a honeycomb shape. So, just how fast could a Tyrannosaurus rex run? The latest research found that its leg structure is very similar to that of a modern ostrich. According to biomechanical model calculations, a Tyrannosaurus rex's sprint speed could reach 30 to 40 kilometers per hour. Stronger individuals could even reach 50 kilometers per hour. However, just as Tyrannosaurus rex reached the peak of its rule over Earth, disaster struck. 66 million years ago, an asteroid about 10 kilometers in diameter struck the Earth. Upon impact, the rising dust blotted out the sun. Earth plunged into a nuclear winter that lasted for years. The food chain collapsed from the bottom up. No matter how powerful Tyrannosaurus rex was, it could not withstand a global ecological catastrophe. Ultimately, they fell forever in the darkness of the Late Cretaceous. But the story is not over yet. About 2.5 billion Tyrannosaurus rexes once lived on Earth, but fewer than 60 fossils have been discovered to date. The true Tyrannosaurus rex kings, those super beasts weighing 15 tons and measuring 15 meters long, may still be buried deep underground somewhere. Scientists estimate that to find that Onina billion largest individual, it might take another 10,000 years of excavation. So, the next time you see a Tyrannosaurus rex skeleton, remember that it might just be a medium-sized, ordinary Tyrannosaurus rex, the true tyrant, the ultimate killer that made the entire Cretaceous tremble, his true face. We may never be able to witness with our own eyes.